Welcome into another edition of the Gator Nation Football Podcast Film Review. I'm your host, James DiVirgilio, and on this episode, we'll take a look at Florida's offense versus Mississippi State's defense. Coming into this game, the Bulldogs were 116th against the run with regards to success rate and 127th versus the pass. Not a quality defense versus the run or the pass. Florida did take advantage of this in this game, and credit to where credit is due for Florida going on the road and executing their preferred offensive game plan and getting the win, even if this kind of felt like a Sun Belt game, if you know what I mean. More on the stats coming in just a minute. But first, as always, if you like this content, sub to this channel, follow us on social media, check out our weekly podcast, and drop us a dono where you can support our efforts to bring you this type of content all year long. Also, join us for a GNFP tailgate at the UCF game on October 5th. The link is in the description where you can get your ticket. I hope to see you there. All right, before we hop into this first play here on 3rd down and 3, Florida did have a lot of success in this game, as I mentioned previously, and a large reason why was both the opponent and because against this opponent, Florida could run Billy Napier's preferred offensive style, which means a lot of horizontal passes. Mertz went 19 for 21 in this game. 15 of his 19 completions went for a total of 1 air yard. 14 of those completions went for a total of -6 air yards. So really only 4 completions went downfield at all. We've seen in the past that if this happens and Florida can run the ball, Florida's offense will be good. Of course, I think this film review has shown throughout the years that this style of offense will not work against better opponents, as Florida still continues to really struggle with any kind of vertical passing game, especially when Mertz is the quarterback. But again, on this particular day, what needed to be done was done, and Florida had a nice offensive output. All right, right away, 3rd down and 3. This play is not going to be nice for offensive output. The play calling on this one is not going to be correct either. You got 3rd and 3. In reality, pre-snap, I'm watching this game live, I thought for sure, and you might have thought this too, they're going to go slant to Badger. I mean, everyone knows that that's basically, Florida's favorite play, hitches and slants, especially in this scenario. And in fact, Mississippi State's kind of just giving it to you, even pre-snap alignment. Now look, pre-snap, you can obviously have this guy bubble back here, right? But pre-snap alignment, they're showing pressure. They could sim pressure you if they want. They're not good versus the run of the pass. They decide to just bring everyone. We're gonna send a major blitz at you here and see what you do with it. And Florida kind of walks right into this. Look, even if you're an excellent play caller, this will happen to you sometimes. They walk right into this, the ball fake that's going to just take more time. No one is deterred by this. You've got a defender coming right in your face, and you're slipping out your tight end who's covered in the motion there completely. And that's going to result in an immediate 3 and out. So both teams exchange quick 3 and outs to start the game. Florida's offense on the road here early on, not off to what they want to get off to, but they will get untracked on the very next drive. All right, 3rd down and 8. You tell me if this is a good play or a bad play. Let's play the good play, bad play game in this situation. We're going to go with, this is what I can only call a vintage sort of Napier special here. How many blockers do we have on this play and what are we doing, right? It's 3rd down and 8. We're going to go with a ball to Montrell in the flat, who is already 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, which means he's got to go 13 yards to get to the first down. Good play or bad play. He catches the ball right now. Here's what we have. We have no block here. 2-on-1 with a 3rd defender coming here. We might call that 3-on-1. He's got to go 13 yards. Is this a good play or a bad play for $1 million? Here we go. Play the music. 2-on-1. Now look, if you're playing Mississippi State, the bad play can become a good play because we have 2 guys who are in a Congo line with each other here, which is not what you want to do, obviously. Have spacing here, gentlemen. Stay a couple yards apart from each other, and then this play is over, and you're going to tackle him right here, and it's another stop for you. But a gift here for Mississippi State as both of these guys comically eat a great move by Montrell, it should be said. It's a great move, but look, if you're playing against a better team, both of these guys are not going to go for this move. But these dudes do, and that's pretty awesome because now that leaves only number 8, who's not quite going to be able to get there. So Trell with a good move. Now 8's there. Oh, he's going to get him right at the end. And that's a stop. Nope, it's going to be a first down, right? So Florida squeaks across there for a first down. Again, good play, bad play. It goes down as a 3rd down conversion, and it's going to go for 8 yards. I think against a better team, we know that's a very typical immediate horizontal pass stop. that goes for nothing. Also, design-wise, I have a hard time if I'm the coach rolling the film saying it's a good play when it resulted in a 2-on-1 versus my player and I have no blocker. That's not good math. It's not good expected value, but it does work out right here. 2nd down and 1, a good time for Florida to take a shot. Mississippi State already playing off, basically conceding this could be a chance for a big play. They're going to drop into a cover 3, safety off your screen, and they are going to play conservative deeply, and they're also going to wind up playing aggressively here against the run. So they're basically saying, we're going to take away the top piece. If you want to probably throw the ball somewhere in here, we'll let you do it. We're not going to let you take the top off of our defense here. Let's roll the film. Florida's going to run 3 vertical routes there, and then a check down to Webb. Mertz does not like any of it, but what's important for us to note here is that versus a 4-man rush, something we rarely get to see here, and we're going to celebrate this. Pancake here, right? Nobody's through here. We've got a great protection here for Mertz. This is great stuff. Now, let it roll a little more. Finally going to get beat right here, but we're still winning here. We're controlled here. We got eyes on here. And Mertz now, since the Bulldogs have dropped so far back, is able to easily run right through the A-gap and then take off. Now look, this is a good part of Mertz's game. He is fast. He's not quite the guy who's going to like juke you or accelerate out of a tough spot in the backfield and really create with his legs that way. But if you have a good offensive line, which Florida has not had since he's been here, he could and would be able to make you pay by escaping the pocket in these situations, which he does here. And again, you can see the wheels on display there. It's a nice chunk yardage, an explosive running play on 2nd down and 1. All led by Florida's willingness there to attempt to take a shot, even in an obvious situation, because the blocking holds up, you get a big play. 3rd and 4, and all of you who have followed this channel for any amount of time know that I love the air raid passing game, and you are going to get a mesh combo right here. You're going to get a mesh route, and then you're going to have DK in the hitch. This is the classic staple of air raid offenses. Mike Leach's favorite play, right? You can run your entire offense off this play, so to speak. And DK is going to be wide open right here. But Mertz is not going to hit him. He's going to wind up running for the 1st down instead. But let's pause it right there. Good clean mesh. I like the distance here. This is very, very good. Good distance. Now, meshes can work versus zone or versus man. That's why it's such a great play. Right now they're zoning it. And so this mesh distance doesn't actually matter. If they're manning it, you want to rub. It's a rub route for either player, right? But they're zoning it, so that's not going to matter. What does matter, though, is you still, if you're Mertz, you want to have one simple read right here where you can see everything you need to see. So if you're Mertz right now to your peripherals, you can see the linebacker stayed outside. He stayed outside. Now your key defender is going to be here, right? Right here, or potentially here. But you can stare. You can literally stare right here. It's one of the nice simple reads where you can look right where you're going. And it's not going to mess up your read, actually, because you can easily then move your head here and throw it here, move your head here and throw it here, or take the hitch. So Mertz should stay on this read longer in the center. He's got good protection, right? He already has this, and right now he's got the window that he needs, and he should see number 2 bailing, and he should know he's got this hitch route. But even then, if he just stares right in that window longer, but he doesn't, instead, he's staring at this spot. Wrong. Didn't need to do that. That was already done. Now he's going to come back around here at this spot. Wrong. Didn't need to do that, right? Soft eyes. I like to call it soft eyes, kind of fuzzy eyes, where if you're a quarterback and you're watching this, you want to watch this window. You should be able to see all the jerseys flow accordingly and then trust what you see, right? But instead, he's going to be here. He's got a great pocket, and he's looked left. Nope, that's not right. Now he's looking right, and he's escaping for no reason. So now we've made 2 wrongs here. We're running this entire concept completely incorrect, not how you would coach this. And now we are missing a wide open and super easy completion to the hitch route of your mesh. This ball should already be in the air. It should already be there. We've won up front. Very, very simple. So if I'm coaching Mertz here, I'm rolling the tape back, and I'm telling him everything I just said. It's like, look, fuzzy eyes right here. You don't even need to turn your head. You do not need to turn your head left at all. Open up, stare at your mesh window, right? Just literally stare, like I said, right here. Watch the jerseys flow. You can see all of this with your vision. You don't need to eventually turn your head and look at your target. By doing so, you look there. Nope. And then you come back over here. Nope. And you've just missed the whole point of the play. And now we're going to roll out, and you're going to create here with your feet. You're thinking late that you want to hit this pass, which, again, you actually could have here. You don't want to throw late over the middle. You still have it. I mean, he's so wide open, you still have it. But let's not throw late over the middle. It's a good long-term habit. Beat this guy to the outside and pick up a first down. But that mesh play is a good play call there. It worked. It resulted in a wide open, super easy throw. We had good protection up front. Quarterback did not do its job on that one, but we did still convert. All right, fans of the channel, you're going to love this one. 3rd down and goal, nothing. Crucial for Florida to get on the board. Last week, we didn't see Florida run a single rub route against man-to-man. Against Miami, we didn't see Florida run any rub routes either. At least not that I can recall, not that I chronicled. And here we're going to see one, and look how easy this is going to be to score a touchdown with, right? Rubs are simple plays. Little motion here, nice little motion across. Let's clear out a defender. Let's make sure we just have a one-on-one on one-on-one scenario. And then DK is going to do a really, really good job. Watch him carry this defender high into the inside to allow Boardingham to go right here into the flat. Really, really good stuff here from DK. Top of your screen, focus on this release. He's going to release to the outside. Why outside? Because he wants to pin. He wants to pin the defender right in here. He's going to pin both of these guys in here to give space this way. So really good outside release where he's then going to take himself back to the inside. Notice the arc of his route here. He's going to take himself back to the inside right here. That's absolutely perfect from DK. Boom. 2 guys out, right? This is so simple. Again, these are not complicated concepts. They don't need to be complicated. If you know a team is in man, use rub routes. It's so much harder whether in the NFL or high school or college or the FCS or the Sun Belt or the SEC. It doesn't matter. It's a very hard concept to defend. This is a well-designed play. It's a nice way to sneak out Boardingham. This is an excellent design and a great time to call this play. And it results in a very easy throw from Mertz, even if we obviously have the very predictable issue here on the offensive line, where Florida can't get everything right, as you're going to see Barber basically get handled here by a speed rush. No worries, though. We're still going to get this ball off and in for a touchdown. So great rub route. Great work by DK. That's a 10 out of 10 rub and a very nice touchdown. It's the 3rd series, which means Lagway is now in the game. So obviously 3rd, 6th, and 9th, and also a play randomly on the 2nd series. But they're going to stick to that, of course, no matter what, and they did. And Lagway is going to wind up doing a very good job in this game, as obviously did Mertz numbers-wise. But Lagway with 2 drives over 90 yards. It will not be this one. This one's going to end prematurely on this unfortunate fumble here by Montrell. Billy's on your screen talking about that rub route touchdown last time and how obviously Lagway is going to rotate in at the 3rd series no matter what happens, even if he's throwing picks every single time and Mertz is throwing touchdowns, or vice versa. We're just going to lock ourselves into that strategy and not be tactical. It is what it is. Worked out in this game. So here we go. Montrell in the pistol. And bring DK in motion. Get a puller right there with your H-back. Get a really nice umbrella here, right? A lot of Gator hats. You can see nice umbrella here. Here comes your motion man out of the window. And now you've got Montrell seeing a nice hole to run through. They're going to close that hole, but he's going to finish that run, get out, still alive, take more yardage still on his feet. He's prepped. Look, for me, this is ball security. He's good. He's got this thing tucked. You're going to see a different angle. He's tucked and loaded, and he just gets an unfortunate, basically, punch right on the ball. That's going to be a fumble. That's going to be a turnover. That's going to end Lagway's 3rd series. Not his fault in this case if you're Lagway, right? So his 1st series is going to wind up not being a score. Mertz is 1 for 2. Lagway's 0 for 1. But not Lagway's fault. So here comes Montrell staying low, good pad level. He's got this ball totally secured as he enters into this, right? Now, would you like to see his other arm get on top of this? Yeah, ideally. He's kind of falling, unable to get there. But he's largely secured. If he could get the other arm there, that's the gold standard. This doesn't happen. Arm's not there, and then he's going to wind up basically taking this sort of arm and shoulder right into the tip of the ball. There it goes. It's out. Fumble. And that's going to end Lagway's drive, and it's going to set up Mississippi State at midfield. Mertz now driving the ball down the field on Florida's 4th drive, Mertz's 3rd drive. It's always fun to track this 2-quarterback system here for you. Now, if you're Florida and you run a lot of hitches, and every team knows you run a lot of hitches, it's certainly not a bad idea to obviously put a hitch and go on film. Now, if you watch a lot of Florida film, you know on 1st down, they often try to take shots. So I guess in this case with the Bulldogs, they weren't watching closely enough that Florida's tendency is often to try to take shots on 1st down, and therefore you should actually play safe on these plays. But either way, I like this idea. If you're going to run a lot of hitches, which I do not like, you might as well run a lot of hitch and goes. Put some doubt into their mind. Then your hitches would be more open. Or if they eat it like a cookie, like they do on this one, bottom of your screen here, then you're going to have everything that you want. And there it is. Ate like a cookie. Let's watch this, right? Here it is. He's like, oh yeah, man, I've watched them. I've seen the GNFP film review. I know how much this team loves hitches, and I'm taking this thing to the house. I'm coming downhill. Except it's kind of funny that he's also coming downhill and not looking at the quarterback, right? So if you really think you've got a tendency, you want to come downhill and look at the quarterback so you can take this thing to the house. Like, you're going to just commit to it because you're toast either way. You're not going to recover. Once you come downhill like this, you might as well fully commit to looking at this cookie and taking it. Instead, he's not, and now he's like, oh no, this is not a hitch. Oh boy, grab on, hold on for dear life. Clean pocket here for Mertz. Hold on for dear life, please. No. That's tutty. Nice ball there from Mertz. Good throw. You got to hit that. You got to finish that. Good pump fake. Good play call. Good timing on that play call. Burke fired up. Good for him. I think, again, Florida's receiving, I think, is pretty deep. We saw that on display in this game there. A lot of dancing from Florida for a team that I think is struggling, but that's the modern era we live in. No one cares about what your record is or how bad you're getting beat by good teams. We just celebrate as though we're really good ourselves. Whatever. Here's the all-22 look at it. Let's watch the bottom of the screen here. Focus on this move we just saw. Just one more time in full speed just because. Whoop, hitch, and then go. Super easy. You know as a quarterback you have this look pre-snap. Again, this is a look in the booth where you're saying, hey, look, if we get him to eat this thing, it's a tutty because obviously they have no help here, right? Help is up here. It's all walled off over here. They're basically telling you in this case, we have zero respect for Burke. None. No safety needs to help on this. We also don't think you're going to even try a vertical pass here. And so good on Billy for saying, all right, fine, if you want to give me that, I'm going to take this shot. And good on Mertz for delivering right there. Easy pitch and catch for a tutty. All right, 2nd and 2. Again, a good chance for Florida to take a shot here with some vertical routes. Let's not just take this first down. Florida going to be an empty here. I love this. Like to see some empty. Of course, it's not really like empty 5 wide receivers, which we've talked about in the podcast. Hey, if we have guys like Tank and Mizell and a bunch of fast guys like that, why not actually go out with 4 or 5 wide receiver sets? But I digress. At any rate, in this case, here we are. 2 tight ends in. 2 tight ends in here for Florida as we love to utilize them. And this is going to be a very simple route combination. But hey, if you run vertical routes, you give a team a chance to blow it like we saw A&M do versus Florida. And if they do blow it, it's an easy touchdown. Safety way off your screen. Mississippi State likes to play their safety like 30 yards off the ball sometimes. That's pretty entertaining, especially given that Florida doesn't complete vertical passes when Mertz is in the game. But here comes the biggest air yards pass of the day from Mertz, and it's going to be a very simple one because, as we saw Florida do last week, Mississippi State's going to blow the most simple of all assignments. Man here, and man here. So you have 1, 2, and 3. Identify your receivers, 1, 2, 3. Here you got the 1 and then the 2 and then a single high. Pretty simple. Do your job, right? Don't mess it up. All right, there's the release of the 1. Going to be on that one. Here's the 2. Going to be on that one. And then here's the 3. He's looking at him. He sees that's a 3, but now we see what we've seen Florida do. The dreaded, I'm actually squaring my shoulders up looking back here because I just think I'm an underneath zone defender. But that's actually this guy. This is your hole defender right here. Mertz is actually opening up, reading the safety on that side, and actually now realizing, okay, safety's still high and away. Let me check what I have right here. Scanning left. Right here. Read here. Don't like it. They're both off of this. Read the safety. Now let's get it here. So very, very quick. Good job by Mertz to come off of his pre-snap read of this, quickly ID the safety, and get around to here. The timing of this is perfect by Mertz. Well done to him. Really good stuff. Nope. Safety. Back foot. Get to my read. What does it look like? And right away you're thinking glory. This is glory. Look at this guy. What is he doing? He's not even sure. There's no one here to cover. He's dropping back underneath. He's going to let this go vertically right over his head. He's not going to run with 3 vertical. And Mertz is like, awesome. Ball's right on time. Glorious scenario. Puts it right in stride. Very, very nice. There's our safety way off the screen. Going to come in. Bounce right off. Touchdown. That's what bad defenses look like. But the 2 verts on that play from 2 tight ends worked, right? You get some unconventional pass defenders in there with linebackers, slot defenders, etc., covering 2 tight ends. And then even in an empty set where Florida can't run the ball from that, still very predictable, very basic, very simple, Mississippi State blows it. which is why they're a bad defense, but Florida takes advantage of it. So again, good on them for taking advantage of it, and a touchdown right here for the Gators. And then if you're a fan of playing NCAA, which I guess Hansen is, he's going to pull out the NCAA celebration, which is, I think, one of the most prominent ones on the right stick. And here's a quick look at the All-22 camera, just so you can see the routes all in tandem right here, as we talked about, in full. Much more fun to see a play this way, in my opinion. And then there you go. So again, 2 verts. Look, good things happen when you're willing to run multiple verticals, right? Because if they're going to play cover 3 here, then you give them a chance to have the seam be busted. Or you make this guy chase that in a pattern match. Make them make a mistake, right? If you know you have 3 guys deep, send 4. Because there's not going to be a 4th guy going deep, right? Abuse their rules. Make them go outside of their comfort zone. And that is why 4 verts is such a good play on its own. If teams are going to drop 3 back and you send 4, they cannot cover all 4 by their own rules. So good on Florida here. Good ball, wide open, easy delivery. Boom, right in stride, finish, touchdown. Second drive now for Lagway. It's 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 here for Lagway, starting in his own 10. I'm going to motion this out, and now you're going to see something you can do with Lagway, especially with comfort here. We've talked about this before, but when Lagway is in the game, this is 3rd down and 9. Already, you're seeing teams want to sit much further off, right? Here's their 2 high. They're going to press down here, but they want to keep these guys off the ball for safety. He's more of a vertical thrower. They're going to try to stop the windows that are a little further in the field. And now we're going to motion across here with Montrell. We're going to empty it out. I love empty with a quarterback like DJ who can throw vertical and who can also run, because now he's going to face a 5-man box with 6 defenders, and you can always pile on here and quickly make that a 7-on-5 and give yourself a pretty good chance of running for it on 3rd down and 9. Now, Florida's not going to pile on there. And again, they're going to come here for this one, which is fine. I think I would rather pile on in here because in all likelihood, if you get DJ going one-on-one versus a safety, you should pick this up. But I digress there. It's my own design. And you're going to see why I'm saying that is because Lagway now is taking off. And look, perhaps Lagway chose to do this on his own, right? Because looking at how DK is running his route, which, by the way, Mississippi State totally blows this coverage anyway. I mean, he's completely uncovered. It doesn't look like perhaps they're sure he's doing this. Let's watch it one more time and see for ourselves. Lagway opens up, catches the ball. I mean, to me, that's certainly a dead-off run. I mean, he's running. He's going. So I think it's a called play. If it is, again, I think you see that look and you pile on, right? If you pile on, get a block there. Instead, Lagway's going to sneak out of there. He's off to the races. You see the speed and explosiveness. Good head fake there. Don't take a big hit. Get down and convert the 1st down. So good. 1st down conversion. No fumble there. Lagway's 2nd drive off to a good start. 2nd down and 7. We talked about Webb last week, really finishing his runs. I like what he's putting on film. He's running downhill really hard. In fact, all of Florida's running backs are doing this. All the backups are doing this, and it's good stuff on film. They're playing really hard-nosed football, putting good stuff on film. Just an inside power run right here. Florida versus a light box. There's just 5 in the box to start, with players 6 and 7 coming in late, running this inside hit right here. And you're going to see Webb come through. And then watch how he finishes this. I mean, this is what you want to see, right? He's got a head of steam here. Head down. Boom. Make that safety feel your presence right there. Drive him back. Make him less willing to hit you next time. And then fall forward for extra yardage. I mean, that is a nice... Look, this is a nice finish right here. I mean, this guy is still feeling this today. Wham. I mean, just put the shoulder down. Seek the contact. Boom, put yourself on film. Announce yourself right there. Really, really nice stuff from Webb. 1st and 10, and DJ is going to drop an absolute dime on this play. This is going to be a really good route from Badger. You can see the helmet here on the bottom of your screen. He has outside leverage, meaning he's trying to keep Badger on the inside of him. Badger is still going to be able to win and get to the outside and give DJ a throwing lane here. So really nice piece of route running here on the bottom of your screen. They are trying to protect against this exactly. Again, when teams are playing DJ, they're already setting up saying, I know he wants to throw vertically. I want to make sure I can help funnel this to a safety and not allow him to put the exact ball he puts here. So good on Badger, good on Lagway. Open up, quick reading, and we've talked about this before. The stem or the start of Lagway's technique is so good. We've said it's repeatable. If his first look is there and he's able to be on platform, he's delivering very accurate throws. Quick read, quick decision. He trusts his eyes. He trusts what he sees. And notice what I said here. He's got the defender on the inside of him, outside toward the sideline, away from the safety. And this is just an absolute bucket drop right there. I mean, right in the bucket, right over top to Badger. If it's a yard or two further, it's probably perfect, right? He could hit him even a little further in stride. But this is, for all practical purposes, an absolutely great ball. And then a good finish by Badger right there. That's good stuff. Look, if you are putting this stuff on film, you are stretching the field vertically, you are opening up the run game, you're opening up your horizontal passing game, even with an offense like Billy's, which I think, as I've said from the start, is subpar to me with regards to routes and other things. It's not my favorite. If you have a quarterback who can hit these kind of passes, he's going to make any offense better, because if you can throw the ball downfield, you can open up more stuff. But what a dime right there by DJ. This drive that started inside the 10 is now in the red zone. 2nd down and 7. It's been a while since I've gotten to break down and play like this. In fact, I feel it's been since maybe the Mullen era, which has been a minute. I'm not sure that I've done one with Napier like this yet. But this is really, really, really good stuff here. This is going to be a power run. We're going to pull this across with the guard. Going to come across, pulling right here. Going to pull right here with the guard. But what's going to make this play is the wide receiver blocking that you're going to see in a tight end out here. Take a look at what we're going to get with the blocking here. This is going to be just fantastic, fantastic stuff. It's what you want to see on film. So here we have to make this play work. We do not have offensive linemen making this play work. You have your pulling guard, which is not even going to be that consequential, but it's all going to be about this battle right here, right? And early on, we get a great stick right there. That's going to be a win. Now we need to get our second stick right there. That's going to be a win. And then we just need one final one here from Hansen. But look at this. This is Mizell. Look, I've said on the podcast, to me, I'm not sure why Mizell hasn't played more. We've openly talked about that. He has tremendous speed. He's the fastest receiver on Florida's team outside of Tank. He's also got more size than Tank, obviously, and he's been in the program. And I think in this game, of course, he showed out. I think people saw it. But hey, when you see a guy blocking like this, it really makes you ask a lot of questions about, well, if he's blocking like this and he's so dangerous after the catch, a lot of questions are asked about, well, man, I mean, that's 2 for 2 on the big things you want to see your receiver doing here. And Florida needs explosive plays. But for now, let's highlight what's going on here. Excellent block there by Mizell. Look at DK over here, who's doing work. I mean, I've been really impressed with DK. He's been a very solid player, whether it's returning punts, running routes, blocking out here, running rub routes. He's a complete football player. I think a guy that probably doesn't get enough credit on this football team. And again, unfortunately, not a guy that was developed at Florida. But credit to Billy Gonzalez here. As far as receivers, I think have been very competent in general. They've been doing their job, as have Florida's running backs. So here comes Jackson now to finish this play. So we've basically locked it up here. We've locked it up here. DK's going to get another one in here. Hansen's going to lose his. So Hansen's not going to get a perfect block here. But DK just doing work. I mean, look at Mizell and DK. We're 6 yards down the field now on this block. And then Jackson's just now going to get touched just a little bit. And then he's going to put the head down and go right in the end zone. I mean, that's team football. Every reason to celebrate right here if you're DK. Mizell's looking at his guy like, yeah, bro, check this out. Right now, whisper a sweet little nothing to him. Hey, man, you got nothing, dude. Look at me. Look at me. I'm going to block you all day, right? Whisper sweet nothings right here into his ear. Right here. Highlight this. I'm going to block you all day. Next play, same thing's happening, right? I'm going to drive you all the way back into the end zone. Get used to it. That's just great stuff. And that fires me up. I'm a guy who loves passing the football. But when you're going to run the football, this is what you want to see. I'm going to run it here for you in live speed now. You've seen what it looks like. I want you to appreciate this in real motion. Oftentimes, if you're watching on TV or at home, you just see a running back start running, and next thing you know, he's running into the lane for a touchdown. But this play is a nice finish by Jackson, but this is all made by the 2 receivers and a tight end blocking here. And here it is in real time. Let's watch this explosion. Look at how far Mizell drives him back all the way into the end zone. DK and Mizell drive their guys all the way back into the end zone. Awesome, awesome stuff here. From 28-27 to 28-21, it's now a ball game. This drive matters a lot. It's 1st down and 10. Mertz has almost thrown a pick on the very first play of this drive. Florida's been stopped on their previous drive with Mertz in. And so here we go, right? Big play coming. Florida in empty set right here. Here is Mizell. And 7 dropping back with 2 safeties off of your screen, right? So first down and 10, empty set. Of course, the Bulldogs are going to play pass here. Again, I love empty sets. All of you know that I love running empty sets. And right here, Florida's pass protection is going to hold up early on. And then, again, as we've seen Barber do, he is just not having a great season. He's going to get back on top of this here and get it good, get it under control. But at the early parts of rush, especially anyone who can speed rush him, and you can see he rescues himself here. This is going to wind up being fine, but right here, he's in trouble. He's in trouble, and if this is a better player, he's already passed him, and he has just been so susceptible to the speed rush. I think the simplest really solution here for him is he's a right tackle, not a left tackle, but Florida's so deficient on the O-line that he's having to play left tackle, and he just, I don't think, has what you need to have to be a left tackle in the SEC. He is still our best offensive lineman next to Slaughter. I think Florida's best offensive lineman here is their center. We haven't talked too much about the O-line positively this season, but Slaughter's been doing great work, I think, all year long. I think Barber's a really good right tackle. I think even at the SEC level, he'd be fine at right tackle, but left tackle struggling. Either way, we're going to dodge a bullet here. I think Mertz feels this, and they're going to step up here. And now we're okay. Like, Barber wins this, right? Barber turns this back around. And look, we've won this battle here. This is a great pocket. A moment of fear. We're reset. Great pocket. Do anything we want. He's got Trell right here wide open. And then obviously he's gonna choose to go here. I think Trell's probably the better ball. But if you've got Mizell and you've seen Mizell in practice doing what he's about to do here, you probably want to throw to Mizell, right? So let's go right here to Mizell. And that's why I thought Trell was a better ball. He's got more space, but who cares? Let's get the ball here to this guy. Let's let him go to work because he's a dude, right? He's a dude right here. And you're going to see him cook some people. He's going to absolutely cook some people right here. First of all, there's nobody here to help him. He catches the ball on a hitch route with his back turned to the defense. His back is turned. He doesn't know where anyone is. Now he's going to see that he's got one guy right here, and he's got a trail guy and another guy. He's like, no worries, dude. Come in the kitchen. I'm going to cook you all. Check me out right here. Instep. I'm going to take you up the field like I'm coming in here because really, I'm going out here. You don't know it, but I know it. There it is. Head fake. Whoop. Off to the outside. Missed that tackle. We're going to get what I think is a sensationally legal block and a terrible call here on Montrell. I don't know how you possibly call this a penalty. This is not a backside or a crackback block at all. This is an offensive player running level with a defensive player who's running out of ball carrier coming right here, and they're both making eye contact with each other. Nothing about this play is blind or backside or crackback. I'm not buying it. They call it. I'm not buying it. It's going to take back a touchdown, but Mizell's going to go to work. There goes Montrell. That's a good football play, right? That's what you want to see. By the way, that's number 2. That's the same guy we saw earlier that Mizell threw into the end zone. He's not having a good sequence here in the third quarter. All right, he's getting cooked all over the place. And here comes Mizell. Whoop, jump cut. Here goes 2 guys again. I mean, check this out. We saw Montrell do this earlier. And again, if you're Mississippi State, you got to teach these guys spacing, right? It's like they like to play 2 as 1 right here. We're going to play 2. The 2 shall become 1. Not what you want to do when you're tackling here, boys. And Mizell just, whoop, show the belt in your flag football here, too, by the way. They're not going to pull his flag either. Whoop, little hip shake right there. We're off to the races. And look, this is pretty promising already, right? He's already made multiple guys miss, but he's still got another guy to miss. He's going to explode out of here so fast that he has an angle. He thinks he has the angle. He hesitates for just 1 second in case he wants to come back inside. Mizell checks him and says, nope, cooked. I mean, he didn't even touch him. Cooked. Now I'm going on the sideline right here. I mean, look at the burst. Look at the burst from Mizell. 11 is not going to slow down right here. Look, 11 is going to speed up right here. And Mizell's going to cut back to the inside. He's not going to touch him. He's got no shot. Not going to touch him here. And now we're off to the races on the inside. And now we're going to cut this guy back again. Mizell's already run about 80 yards at this point in time. Cut this guy again. He's going to put a hand on him. And now this is my favorite part of the whole thing. I'm going to rewind and show you how far he's been digging. But for now, let's focus on this. Dig, 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 dive. Can barely touch him. Get in the end zone, finish, right? That is a outrageously sensational play that's not going to count for a trash call. But let me go back and show you how far this guy is going to chase him down from. Right here. Focus on him. That's who we're looking at. Now he's going to start full striding. He's jogging right now. This is not what you want to see, by the way, on Teach Tape either if you're rolling the film from Mississippi State. But right now he recognizes, okay, I need to get on my horse. He is already moving at a pretty good clip this way. Mizell is going to cut back this way and watch this roll out. He's full striding. Mizell has to stop, go back, right? Take a cut the other way, and he is still going to cook this guy. There it is. There's your step. There's your step backwards. Again, he's stepping backwards, right? Lateral step, going backwards some. This guy's on a direct line for him. Still can't catch him. Now, yeah, we're not playing Georgia. We're not playing Bama. We're not playing LSU. I get it. I understand. Doesn't matter. That is a sensational play right there by Mizell. It's brutal that's not called a touchdown because of this scenario right here, which is just absurd. All of you saw this, obviously. I mean, I don't know what else you want. I mean, I don't know how it's a crackback block if Tu's looking literally right at him. Nothing about this is anything back. He's looking right at him. He sees everything about it. There it is. Blows him up. And that becomes the penalty, which is unfortunate. And there's the 2 become 1 again, which is just too much fun. There they go. Right? Little salsa move right there. Show the belt, as we call it in flag football. And off to the races right there. So really filthy stuff from Mizell. There's your block again. I mean, he even prepares for the hit. So if it's not targeting, it shouldn't be anything. But it winds up becoming something. So that's unfortunate. But man, what a play by Mizell, right? This kid's a playmaker. I think after today, if Florida fans don't see him on the football field a lot this season, they should be asking a ton of questions. Whether Napier's the coach or it's an interim, he puts enough stuff on film in this game that he's an explosive playmaker. And Florida needs all the explosive playmakers they can get on the field to touch the ball. He took a 5-yard hitch to the hizzy, all by himself, basically. I mean, just filthy cold stuff from him. Little flashback here on 1st and 10 after that penalty on the Mizell tutty to the Miami game. We're going to get a skinny post here from Burke, and unfortunately, we're going to get a ball thrown again from Graham that's over here on this right hash, which, look, it is what it is. Graham's passing rate is well known. He's the worst in college football on a deep throwing accuracy. It's just his Achilles heel. He has plenty of arm, but for whatever reason, he does not deliver quality passes downfield. Great pocket. He gets to climb right into it. This is a quarterback stream right here. He has nothing inhibiting him. This throws entirely on him. And look at where this ball goes, right? Again, look at all the space. You want to throw your guy open. No matter how skinny or fat he runs this, if he has green grass to get to and there's no defender, which there isn't, that can get him over here, you want to keep throwing him into space so he can use the leverage that he has, use the frame that he has to out-lever the defender and catch this ball out here. We covered this already. The Miami game is nothing new. Instead, Burke has to actually turn around and play defense. And thankfully, because this ball is so poorly thrown, it's going to be pass interference. But we're missing chances here for big vertical plays and possibly touchdowns. In this scenario, Burke right away looking for the flag because he knows he's been interfered with. But Burke also looking for the ball somewhere over here. Unfortunately, does not happen. Florida does get the PI and an automatic first down. So Mertz misses an easier throw, in my opinion, on that post to Burke than this throw, which is an absolute dime here to DK. You're going to see DK run an over route here, and this is going to be just the best throw of the day from Mertz right over the top. I mean, this is a tiny window. Again, good protection. I'm going to keep highlighting. I don't care who we're playing. Whenever we get it, enough time. He's back at his spot. He's not moved off his spot. He has time to throw the ball right now. Doesn't have all day, as obviously you're going to see we're losing here. He doesn't need all day. He's got plenty of time to run the play as designed, and he's going to deliver just that is a dime, right? This is a dime. It's a drop in the absolute bucket here. This defender is dropping back on it. He realizes this ball's going over his head. He's got to throw it over him and then underneath this trailing safety. And this is just such a good ball. And that's why it's so wild to think about that Mertz, it's got to be something mental, in my opinion, because obviously to be able to throw this ball into this window, into this stride point, where there's 4 defenders here, is infinitely harder than throwing a wide open levered post route. And it could be that maybe the throws that are too easy vertically, he's aiming. Whereas this throw, he's just trusting himself. But this is an absolutely great ball. Great ball by Mertz. I mean, that is a really, really good throw. And a big first down on 1st down and 5. And a downfield shot. Here comes the end zone look from Mertz. Again, play fake here. Bring the linebackers up some. DK going to have a really nice route over in here to create space. But this is going to be pretty well covered. Again, this is good coverage right here. 3 is going to turn quickly. He is not what you're going to call toasted on this play. He is beat for sure, but this requires a good ball. Here's your sinking defender, right? This again requires a good ball. And that's going to be a good enough ball right there, right? A good enough ball here. There it is. DK's open. He's winning. This ball requires him to slow down just a touch right over the defender in between the safety. Nice separation from DK. Good route, way to snap him around and create that separation. But that, again, that to me is Mertz's throw of the day. That is a way tougher throw than the one he missed earlier, and also way better that he makes this throw. Look at the pocket. That he makes this throw now after missing what I think was the easier throw, puts that ball on there. Big conversion for the Gators. Still up 28-21. 3rd and 1, Florida going to run a gap or a power concept here for Webb, and Webb is going to have a Houdini-like move here as it looks like he goes down right here. Looks like he's down trying to cut back right into this hole here. Trying to make his way back in the hole. He slips, and it looks like this play is over. Whoop! Not going to happen. Keeps his balance. Runs straight in there, the backside of the lineman. And then next thing you know, it's a magic trick, right? Is he David Blaine? Like, where did he go? Again, if you're number 12 right here, you're like, all right, cool. Like, here's his helmet. He's done. He's falling down. He's at the ground. I got him. And then, wait a minute. Like, what? He's looking right now like, hello? Where did he go? Did he disappear and reappear? Like, is he levitating? Like, what is going on? And, I mean, he just shoots through this gap so explosively here. Great touchdown-saving tackle by the Bulldogs right there, and he's down on the 1 yard line. And that is what a run by Webb. I mean, talk about balance and making something out of nothing there. Love what I'm seeing from 5 right now. That sets up a short 1st and goal where Mertz will sneak it in for a touchdown, and Florida will go up 35-21. Lagway in now for his 3rd drive. He's 1 for 2 with a touchdown. The first time he got stopped was a fumble, so really, he has not stopped himself yet, so to speak. Has not had to punt yet. Starting again inside of his own 10-yard line here. Here's our guy, Mizell, coming across on a motion. And then you're going to see what I call the AR special. Billy would run this play all the time when AR was quarterback for Florida. I still don't really understand why this is the preferred play if you have a running quarterback, because all you actually do is negate his ability to run it all, because the guy gets sent in your face right away. But here we are, still doing it. It is one of Billy's favorite plays, regardless in general. It shows up basically in every game in some way, shape, or form. Burke's going to run this over out here. You're going to get your tight end coming up vertically. Just a levels play. Then you're going to have what you see here. I'll roll the tape for you. Why I call the AR special. And then right here. So there is your other tight end. Could be anyone you really want. Running the H-back spot, coming into the flat. There's your vertical. And then here comes your middle route. So it's just a flood concept. Standard play here. It's one of the plays that Billy loves the most. He runs it all the time. We've talked about it a lot. I call it the AR special. And primarily because typically when teams are facing a quarterback like AR or Lagway, they send their edge defender kind of right in at him. You've seen this a million times if you followed the Gators a couple years ago, and it's the same thing you're going to see right here. There's your play fake, and then they're almost always going to peel off of that and let you take this underneath ball and then come down here and tackle that. And in fact, that's what would happen all the time. And so Lagway is going to make what I think a really nice throw here. It's a very tricky throw in this situation. And so this to me is high level, and I think it shows Lagway's confidence in this. This is a very tough throw, and also notice how Mississippi State is all over this play. I think every team that Florida plays is largely on this play. This is a hard throw. That's why I don't love this play, right? You're going into the short side of the field. You're rolling to the right with the defender in your face generally, having to make this sort of tunnely window throw with no sideline to go to. He is open, but this is a tough throw in that scenario. You got to kind of fit this ball in here with, again, a guy. Look, the guy's right in his face. He jumps. Look at this throw right here. He's literally full jump. Now, we've talked about this before where Lagway will do this when he shouldn't do this because no one's around him. But then we also say, look, hey, if I'm coaching Lagway, I love that he can do this because sometimes he'll have to and you'll want him to. And then here it is. This is exceptional. You might not have noticed this in the game. You might have just thought, oh, wow, cool pass. But, I mean, if he doesn't jump, this pass is getting batted down. He clears the extra distance and still fits this ball in a nice catchable window for Burke on 2nd and 7 to move the sticks in the shadow of his own end zone. Really good stuff from Lagway, showing off his ability to throw off platform and still deliver an accurate pass. 2nd down and 1 could be a good place to take a shot here as Florida's up 35-21, having survived a goal line stand from Mississippi State. Or in this case, get some really nice blocking from the offensive line and a good play call into avoided weakness of the Bulldog defense right here. Let's take a look at exactly what happens out of the pistol here to Jaden Ball, a guy that we love here on the GNFP, put a lot of good stuff on film, flashes every time he plays. I'm going to show you the other angle of this with how good this is, but in previous years, we've chronicled the offensive line more in detail, especially when Florida's running the ball very well. But take a look here, and then here. Perfect, right? Got the inside seal, got the outside seal, and now you've got your right tackle, Crenshaw Dixon, coming up looking for a block. Here's Tank looking for a block, getting a block out here. So now we're in good position, right? This is like a home run play. Everything you want to see right from the start. Feeling very good about it. Jaden Ball's going to fly through the hole. Again, you dream of this stuff. As a run game guy, this is everything you want. You're going to run this film back a lot and say, boys, if we block this every single play, we're going to be in good shape. This is what you want to see, and then you want your running back to be head up versus a safety, and look at this move. Head fake, hard plant, see you later, right? Gone. I mean, blitz right by him. He sees the end zone. He gets tripped up just a bit, which is going to slow him down enough for 3 to hop on and take a little bit of a ride. But that is a really, really nice play there, and this is great blocking. You love to see this from Florida right here. We got to seal this off. And again, this is a good play call based upon the timing. You knew pre-snap that you had more state defenders over here, and you already had numbers on the side you're trying to run this to. Pre-snap, you're up in the booth, you're on the sideline calling play saying, yes, this is a home run. Snap this ball as quickly as you can before they shift. It's everything you dream of. And I mean, look at that hole right there, right? That. If Florida was putting this stuff on film all the time, this would be a different offense, obviously. If you had holes like this, you'd be dominating people, right? But again, you have to take into consideration your opponent and remind yourself they were 127th versus the run coming into this game. No one Florida will play for the rest of the season will be anywhere near this. So enjoy it for now, which I will, and then enjoy Jaden Ball right here. Whoop! Killing that safety with that move and taking off for a nice chunk play. All right, 3rd and 3, last play we're going to look at for today. Florida content to play this 3rd down and 3 in a telephone booth, as Billy Napier likes to do pretty frequently. And Mississippi State obliges. Okay, we'll fight in this little box in here. Let's do it. Let's go back old school here. And we're going to bring the motion from Mizell across. We're going to fake. Not a great fake here. Again, I think sell this a little more if you can, right, ideally. But it's not going to matter because they're not going for that fake at all anyway, right? We're headhunting right here. We're going to go ahead and come flying in and blow this play up. This play is dead on arrival right now. Like, we are totally dead. We're running a zone read where obviously immediately we have missed already the pull block, right? We didn't get there, right? There it is. We're trying to bring Bordenham across. He's not there on time because this guy got such a good jump. Credit to him. We're not there. And now we're dead. I mean, we're absolutely dead. This play's over. We're also getting in here. That's not a good look. This play is done. Like, just stop. We're over. Take a knee. Go to 4th down. Kick a field goal, right? Go up 3 scores. Call it a day. But Lagway says, no. Right now, I see that you have the ball here, Jaden, and I think you're the man. I know you had a nice run earlier. We just showed it, but you're kind of done because I don't think you can get away from that. I don't blame you. So I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? Let me just give it to me. Jaden, let it go. Let it go. Just let it go. You know, right here. This is like when you're in your backyard playing with your dog and he's got the Frisbee, and you're like, hey. You're like, look, dude, just let it go. You know, let it go. Drop it, right? Drop it. Let it go. Drop it. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Perfect timing, because now we come in here to get the double crunch. I'm sorry, Jaden, you're my boy. I'm kind of sacrificing you here, but look, I got to get this first down, man. I only get to play every 3rd drive. Thank you very much for this ball. I appreciate this. Now we're off to the races here, and this guy's like, bro, what is going on? I've been Houdini'd by Webb, and now I'm being Houdini'd by Lagway. It's a team of magicians out here. I don't know what's going on. And then Lagway's off to the races, and Lagway's thinking, yes, dude, look at this. I see nothing but green grass. I'm in. No one's going to stop me. He's going to start to reach for the ball, but he doesn't see number 10, who's pulling his own magic trick right here with the hammer fist. Check me out, right? I'm coming down here. I got something for you. Say hello to my little friend. Little hammer fist action right here, right on time as Lagway's getting ready to kind of start stretching for this, and whammo! Boom! There goes the ball straight down into the ground. Oh no. It's actually still the game right now. This is a pretty important play, 35-21. You do not want to turn the ball over here. Field goal puts you up 3 scores. This keeps it still a game. This is a big moment in the game. Spikes it straight down. This is not good. Barber's thinking, oh man, I thought we had a tutty. This is also not good. Good thing I'm standing here watching. I see the ball. This guy has the ball. Good thing he's greedy and doesn't just fall on it. Like, what do you think he's going to do? Run for a touchdown in this scenario? I have no idea. Just fall on the ball. He's trying to get out of there. And Barber's like, okay, good. I'm going to put my weight on this guy, crunch down on him. And now I am going to get the ball and save the day. And I'm going to get a touchdown, which is pretty awesome, right? Not every day an offensive lineman gets a touchdown. He's going to get one right here. And Lagway, of course, is going to be the happiest guy in the building. Because that was going to be pretty bad. Here's Lagway. He's like, hey, man, thank you very much. You saved my life. I thought I had a touchdown. First of all, I thought I pulled a magic trick. Then I thought I had a touchdown. Then I thought I was a failure. And you're going to rescue me. And I'm really happy about that. Yeah, touchdown right there. Let's go. Thank you. Whew, man, relaxation. I feel good. I'm 2 for 3 on my 3 drives. 2 fumbles. One was not my fault. One was my fault. But you saved me. All right, well, that's going to do it for this film review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this one as well. As always, let me know with any feedback or comments you have on ways that this could be improved as we move into this season. I think it's going to be quite an unusual one, as this is very possibly the last win that we may see. So I tried to give it as much run as possible so we had something positive to look at in this regard. Anyway, I'll be back with you after the UCF game. Hope you enjoy the bye week, and I look forward to being back with you then.